That's why instead of giving dole outs, no, like what is happening today with the um, 4Ps, no, why not instead provide jobs for the parents of these students? Why? Because when you give them jobs, it gives them sense of dignity that what they eat is the product of their labor than just giving them. It's dehumanizing. Work is part of human dignity. When God created man, He created him to work. He said, you have to subdue the earth. That means right at the beginning, man was already given that important responsibility to work. And to work is something beautiful because it is in our work that we exercise our creativity, which is part of human dignity. And that's also the challenge to businesses. I remember our professor in social doctrine, he was a priest and at the same time a lawyer. He said, tell business people, instead of putting their money in investment companies or in banks, ang yumayaman lang naman yung mga bangko at sorry to Ma'am Risa, no, but this was the example given to us. But he said, why not create jobs, no? Build companies daw. Kasi sabi niya, you know what? Itong sabi niya, if you have 1 million, you put it in the bank, I'm sure gagamitin din yan. Yayaman ka, mayroon kang makukuha. Pero kung nagtayo ka ng maliit na negosyo and you hire, let's say, 5 people, yung 5 people na yan, who knows, they are parents. So natulungan mo na siya, natulungan yung kayang spouse, natulungan po niya mga anak. Kasi nabigyan mo siya ng trabaho. Kung sa bangko lang, ikaw lang ang yumayaman. Pero kung nag-create ka ng job, hindi lang 5 ang natulungan mo. Kung meron silang 2 anak at wife, 3 times 5, 15 plus 20. You have 20 people. Well, it's not easy, I understand, no? But that's the idea. We create wealth not only for ourselves but also for others. That's why it's also good to think, no? What can I do so that I can create jobs? And the government should also have that in mind. Create more jobs than just dole out. So the people have the right to demand from the government to give them work. In Europe, in Northern America, people who, when they don't have work, they find life meaningless. So many people commit suicide, no, when they lose their job, because it's the one that gives them sense of dignity. So that's why one obligation of the government is to create jobs or to encourage companies that will create jobs. Unfortunately, here in Region 8, we are being left behind. Many business people are afraid to invest, because first we are far from Manila, so usually goods land are delivered in Manila. It will entail other costs, transportation costs, if to deliver the goods. But if the government really would like to help the Filipino people in general, they should see to it that development should not just be monopolized by people of Luzon, but also people of Mindanao and the Visayas. That's why Duterte is angry with Manila. He said for a long time, only Manila has been developing. We call it the Imperial Manila. And you have left Mindanao with nothing. Now he would like to encourage. That I think federalism somehow is, according to his thinking, the solution to this uneven distribution of jobs. I don't know if it's the right answer to the problem that we have. It's a political solution. There are advantages and disadvantages with federalism. It's up to experts to explain to us whether it's good or bad. But the idea is we have, or the government should create jobs. Societies should see to it that people have work. If you really want to help people, give them work than just giving them dole outs. So that's another right. Another is the right to establish a family. So the government should also encourage people, to see to it that they will have good and happy families. Why? Because I don't know if you have read the novel of John Grisham, the was it the jury or the firm? Oh, the firm. Did any have you read John Grisham or novels? There's even a movie, The Firm. So when he was being interviewed, he applied to the firm. Now, of course, later he found out it was a kind of a mafia. When he applied for the firm, he just passed the bar exam, I think. When he applied for the firm, one of the first questions that he was asked is, "Are you married?" And he was surprised by that question. He said, "Why are you asking me that question? Is that important for a lawyer to be married or to be single?" "No, we're just asking you." In fact, we're not just asking you if you're married. We're asking, are you happily married? And then, of course, again, he was angry. "Why are you asking me that question? Ask me if I know law. Because if I don't know law, then probably you don't have to hire me." But the one interviewing him said, "Again, I would like to ask, are you happily married?" And he said, "Why are you interested with that?" He said, "Not that I want to interfere with your personal life, but I'm asking you because a happily married man is a good lawyer, is a good worker." When you're happy with your family, you become passionate about your work because you are inspired, diba? Inspired. A happy family is an inspiration for you to work better and harder. Not that single people are not happy. No, I'm not saying that, nor I'm saying that they're not inspired. But anyway, I'm just saying, yun ang sinabi sa novel The Firm. Of course, I always see Teresa smiling, happy. Anna, happy. So many happy women here. Ate Eva, always inspired and happy. Anyway, but there's that at the back. Jen, happy also. So, and Adrian, where's Adrian ngayon? I thought he said he will be coming. Okay, and then the right to religious freedom. By the way, the right to establish a family also entails that the government should see to it that the parents or couples will have the means to provide their children their basic needs. That's why even in law there are exceptions or deductions when you have a child, I think, in taxation. Is it the case? Kung may dependent, one or two, but there's a limit. I don't know up to how many children. Four only, four? Four. After that, no more exemption, because it's also one way of saying don't have many children. But that's good, because that is the responsibility of the state to see to it that you have a happy family, because it is your right to establish the family, and the state has the obligation to see to it that you bloom, that you grow happily as a family. Again, because as I have been saying from the beginning, the purpose of the government, the purpose of the state, the purpose of every society is for the good of every human person. It's a very fundamental teaching of the social doctrine of the church. The reason why there are governments, the reason why there are states, the reason why there are societies is to develop, assist, provide means so that each and every person will develop himself to his or her fullness. And then the right to religious freedom. Governments should also understand that religion, whatever it may be, is something fundamental in one's life. It gives meaning to the person, deep meaning. So that's why no government can stop people from believing as long as it's not destructive, as long as it is not prejudicial to peace and order. But if it's a religion that encourages love, forgiveness, unity, why prohibit? Why stop them from believing? It is one of the fundamental rights of every human person. Now, these are, as I said, the rights that the list may not be complete, but these are the more important rights that governments, societies should recognize. The rights of every human person by the mere fact that he or she is a human person. Okay. So before we go to the principles of the social doctrine of the church, are there questions, clarifications, or perhaps violent objection? No? We are in a democratic country. You're free to say and ask what you want, as long as it has sense. So, no question, clarification.